Hi guys, my name is Anna Maria and today I would like to talk about different ways of how to successfully pass any test or exam. We have to pass loads of tests and exams in school, in college, in the university. We have to pass the driving test. Also, many companies now understood that training is very important and they design some special quizzes or some special tests to test our learning and understanding. That's why it's important to know how to pass those exams successfully. And after 17 hours and after 17 years of continuous studying, I have a really good strategy that works for me and I'd like to share it with you. The first thing is read and do the past exam papers. I always try to find, print out and highlight the topics from the past exam papers. They really help a lot. This is how I understand which topic comes up every year, which topic comes up every second year, and which topic doesn't really come up in the exams. This helps me to prioritize and to understand what to focus on while learning. I have noticed that very often we do not have to study the whole 100% of that material. We might have to study only 70% of that material. Maybe a topic is more important than the other topic, so then I understand that maybe I have to do more research about a certain topic and maybe slightly less research about another topic. Point number 2 is learn how to pass the exam. Very often it's not about learning the actual academic material, it's about learning how to pass the exam. For example, when I passed my TOEFL exam, I didn't really have to learn English. I had a pretty good level of English, but I just had to polish it and I had to maybe just add some meat to the skeleton. So it wasn't much that I had to learn, but I had to learn how to pass the exam. I needed to know how long I have to spend for each question. I needed to know the structure of the exam, so I had to prepare and learn how to pass that specific exam. And I didn't spend so much time learning English. It was mostly learning of how the exam looks like. And you can also notice that very many lecturers and almost all the time they always help you and explain to you how to pass the exam. They can spend less time talking about the actual material, but they will spend a lot of time explaining to you how the exam looks like, how much time you have, what you have to focus on. So they try to teach you how to pass the exam. Point number 3 is make notes. When I make notes, I remember everything much better because I spend more time thinking about that topic. Also, it's very important to learn how to use a highlighter. I have noticed that many adult people don't know how to highlight properly, efficiently and effectively. And to be honest, I wasn't taught in school how to use a highlighter properly, to be efficient with it. I learned how to use it when I took some extra classes. But let's take an example and I will tell you what I think is important to highlight in that sentence, because very many times people highlight the whole sentence, but it's not the idea. For example, in almost all jobs, approaches exist to open feedback channels and help people learn whether their performance is remaining at a constant level, improving or deteriorating. So this is a very long sentence and many people would highlight almost everything. But to me, what's worth highlighting here is open feedback and help people learn. This seems to be the most important phrases in this sentence. So when we make notes, we need to make the skeleton of a subject or the skeleton of a topic. And then when we write, we will remember different examples, we will be able to remember different words, to add the meat to that skeleton. But generally, it's very important to put down the skeleton of a topic. In terms of making notes, when I was passing my driving exam, I wrote about 100 questions that came up all the time at the driving test. And I also wrote the answers, and this is how I remembered them much better and much easier. And you know what? I passed the exam in a foreign language from the first time, and it was very easy for me. Point number 4 is organize yourself, and there are a few things to organizing yourself. First of all, organize your time, get yourself a schedule. Like for example, I have here a yearly schedule and I like using it because I can see what exams are coming up, what tests are coming up, what kind of events are coming up and how long I have to prepare for a certain subject. Planning really helps us not to leave everything for the last day. And I know we won't manage to do everything all the time, but at least if we plan everything in advance, we'll make notes, we'll prepare for that test, and we won't leave everything for the last few days. Another thing is you might consider canceling your Netflix or Disney Plus subscription while you're studying. It worked for me. I don't know if it works for you, because I personally don't really like watching too many movies, so I don't spend time watching too many movies. I would prefer going to the cinema instead. So I canceled my Netflix subscription, I think it was in September 2019, and I started using it again at the end of May 2020 after I finished my exams. Also, sleeping is crucial. I have noticed that if I'm very tired, I would better go to bed and wake up a bit earlier the following morning, and I will feel better, I will have more energy, I will remember better, and I'll be much faster. Exercising is extremely important, so I try to study for 1 hour and take a 10 or 15-minute break. It helps me a lot to concentrate, it reduces my back pain, it makes me feel better mentally, and you know, I feel that I am sitting, I'm being very productive in terms of studying, but at the same time I'm looking after my body and I'm looking after my health. Also, this year we had online exams and they were really long, like 3-4 hour long exams, and it was actually very complicated to sit down for 4 hours and to be extremely concentrated. So what I did, I took 5-minute breaks every now and again, and it helped me a lot because I was able to refresh myself, I was able to take a very short break to get my body working, and then when I sat down again to continue writing my exam, it was so much easier for me. I got ideas so much quicker. Point number 5 is ask questions. Think about how much money we pay for education. Education is extremely expensive, and lecturers and teachers are there to structure and deliver that information to us. Honestly, I didn't really used to ask questions, and I understood it in my last year of studying, so I understood it this year, but it's very important to ask questions because lecturers are there to teach us. We pay them a lot of money and they offer us some services and they can answer a few questions. And I have noticed that lecturers are really happy when we start asking questions, because the class gets a bit more full of energy. It gets much easier if a lecturer just explains it again, and I have never seen a lecturer who is not happy to explain something again. And I'm sure that the lecturer sees that we are also very involved in the topic, and he teaches us with much more enthusiasm. Cool guys, these were my 5 tips of how to successfully pass any test or exam, and please share in the comments if you have any other tips. I have noticed that in the comments to my videos I get really smart and very interesting opinions, and I'm sure that loads of people read them. I don't think that they leave too much feedback, but I'm sure that we help each other and we can make our lives better together. Also guys, if you want to support me and the growth of this channel, you can do this on Patreon. You can check the link in the description. Thank you for watching. Please give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and remember, you're all amazing, and I will see you in my next one. Oh, guys, I don't know, I'm not tired, but it's, I don't know. I'm lazy. I'm just lazy. Okay, let's get back to